YouTube, it's your boy Tony with another video. Fix it daily, you know what I'm saying? Today, this is a video for first-time home buyers, and we're going to be talking about the Pathway to Purchase program in PG County, Maryland. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story and how I purchased my first home. Basically, there's this program, right, for first-time home buyers, which is called Pathway to Purchase. This program, basically, all you need is 1.75% of the purchase price of the home. Pathway to Purchase, they provide up to $20,000 in down payment and closing cost assistance. So I bought my house for $237,000, yeah, for $237,000. So in total I only needed like $4,000 and something, like maybe $4,200, something like that. So that's basically all I spent to get my first home, right? The rest, the Pathway to Purchase, they paid the closing costs. Since the home that I bought was a Fannie Mae owned home, me and my wife took a course for first time home buyers, and for us taking that course, they provided us up to $7,000 in closing costs and down payment. So when we closed, the only thing we spent that we had to bring to closing was $2,000. The other $2,000 that we spent that on the home inspection and like getting the home appraisal and all that stuff. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But I'm just gonna walk you guys down the process of purchasing a home, so because a lot of times people don't say this. So when you first buy a home, this is how it goes. You apply to get pre-approved, right? Your credit is good. Let's say you get pre-approved for like $300,000 or whatever, right? After you get pre-approved, you get with a realtor, right? The realtor will start sending you houses, right? Then they send you houses. You pick out the ones that you want to go see. You go look at it. And let's say, you find the house that you want. So what you will do, you'll put in an offer, right? So, I was eating rice and beans. So when you put in the offer, right, you're gonna have to put I forgot what it's called. I forgot the name of it, but basically it's like you put like either like $500 to $1,000 to show the seller that you're serious of buying a home. I can't think of the name of it. But basically, so your realtor will contact the seller and be like, "Hey, my client would like to put an offer on this house," and then let's say let's say they're asking $250. You put in maybe $245 or $250 or whatever, right? So then you wait and see if they accept it or decline, right? So okay, after they accept the offer, then what's next? After you do that, you have to do all the paperwork. You got to send in like a whole bunch of stuff to your realtor and the bank, and then you got to get an appraisal done. You got to get a home inspection done. But if you're doing it with the Pathway to Purchase, you have to do an inspection with them as well. I think it's like you pay like $20 or $50, something like that. It's not that expensive. To get an appraisal done, that costs about like $300 to $500. Home inspection costs I think like $100 to like $300. I don't really remember because it's been a while, but around there to get a home inspection. So after all that, like if the home inspection goes good, what I'm saying, like there's no major issues and whatever, then you move on to the appraisal. Now the appraisal is the important part. The appraisal is when they come and see what's the value of the house. If the house is less than what they're trying to get, the bank is not going to give you the money for it. So typically how it's done is like an appraisal come on site, and then they'll send it to the bank and be like, okay, this house is worth $250. For my case, they were selling the house for like $237, like $500. So I offered them what they were asking. The appraisal said when they did the appraisal, the house was worth more. So all they did was, like they just told them, okay, like the house is worth this much, you know what I'm saying? And then the bank just, they keep it at what you offered. They're not gonna tell the seller like, oh well, hey, the appraisal is the house is actually worth more, because then they're gonna ask for more. So they just, if it's worth more and you offer less, they just, they keep it on the low. You feel me? So yeah. And then after that, you have your just wait on your closing date. Then you go close and sign all the paperwork and you get the keys and you're done. Another important thing though is when you're getting your house, when you're in the process of purchasing your house, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot go and take out any major loans. Don't use your credit cards. because that can prevent you from getting a house. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the best thing to do is just wait. Like, once you close, like that day, once you sign the papers and you get them keys, you can go do whatever you want. You want to go get a loan, use your credit card, whatever. You can do that. But when you're in the process of purchasing your home, you cannot get any, any new loans. You cannot use your credit cards. And if you end up using your credit cards, just communicate with your lender and just tell them like, hey, I had to use it for this. So that way, like, when the paperwork comes in, it's not like a surprise because you got to keep like your score, like, it's just a lot of paperwork that you got to deal with, which can get annoying, but it needs to be done. But it's a really good program, guys. Take advantage of it. Like, so far as of February 2nd, they have $355,000 funds available to help people purchase their first home. So if and you don't have to live in PG County to for this program. Like let's say you live in Montgomery County. If you're gonna use this program, you're gonna have to move into PG County, but you don't have to be from PG County. So, but this program is only for homes in PG County. So you don't have to be a resident in PG County, but you're gonna have to look for houses in PG County. And PG County is a pretty good, they have, Upper Marble, you got freaking Bowie, you got District Heights, Fort Washington, Riverdale, Lanham, Bladensburg, Landover, Hyattsville. It's huge. You feel me? So there's a lot of, it's like every county, it has its good part and it has its bad part. So far, like, this is like, since I moved here, this is like the quietest neighborhood I've ever lived in my entire life. Like, I grew up in Tacoma Park and Flower Avenue. I'm used to the noise, people screaming, sometimes you hear gunshots at night or, just some, wild stuff. Here, all my neighbors are old. Me and my wife are like the youngest couple that live on the street. And it's nice and quiet. So, So yeah, guys, like I said, take advantage of that program. Tax season is coming up. I highly recommend be smart, use that tax money, and put a down payment into a house. Get your house, because rent is getting high, everything is increasing. At least when you have a house, your mortgage stays the same. For the next 30 years. Remember, get a fixed rate loan. Okay, do not get no adjustable mortgage. Don't get that. Stay fixed rate. All right, guys. Feel free to hit me up if you have any questions. Yeah.